Okay, so welcome to our module 3, Integrative Creation. This is the last module for our class, the learning outcome. So I hope you guys have the opportunity to voice your viewpoints and engage in negotiations aimed at arrive at a consensus, like meaning when you have brainstorming on a project with a given problem, you could brainstorming and then get into the conclusion. You will practice employing principle of collaborative design, effectively melding novel ideas from diverse perspectives. This is the big picture of our module 3. Our first week, you will have chance to practice on the knowledge skill that I will provide. And I will also recapitulate from a video lesson regarding brainstorm creative ideas within a group. You have opportunity to practice through activities step by step. I will also share with you the hierarchy of knowledge skill. Today will be not homework, but an activity that you need to submit on LEB2 by 11 p.m. tonight. Okay. For next week, there will be a pair work. I will provide main item and then you will select sub items. Okay. I will go over that later next week. Okay. After that, you're gonna have, I will also inform you regarding final assignment for module 3. Then I will have opportunity for you to consult with me. And for the final assignment for module 3 will be, you will submit a video as a team. Okay. So with that, we will not present in the class, but we will listen to video from another section. Okay. So that will be our module 3 overview. Okay. For students who just joined, you can type your name in the chat box. Okay. So that our plan for our class. Okay. We don't have final exam, just the final assignment of module 3. But this week we will come to listen to video from another section. Okay. The proportion of points, total of 40 points in this module 3. So the first one, class activity, will be in class activity today. And then activity assigned integrative will be next week. And the final assignments will be the following 3 weeks. Okay, and the videos. The knowledge regarding integrative creation. We create an innovation by seamlessly combining features and characteristics of 2 or more elements or concept. Okay, it should be consistent in proportion of it, the shapes and functions based on the principle of the team innovation design. It requires brainstorming, finding similarities of our ideas and bringing them together to form a new group of ideas. Then select ideas that arise from a joint decision to create a unique concept. And then we get the result according to the question and specified condition. Okay. Regarding our class activity today, okay, we will build upon the hierarchy of knowledge skill for this module. The first one is to practice expressing ideas or thought based on identifying distinctive feature of the subject matter. So for the first one, I will provide the subject matter for you guys. The second one, seek for important ideas together, group them by similarities and difference. Okay, so imagine we have many ideas on the board, on the paper, then we find or group them into similarity. This one apply to when we do literature review. Some people group them into the similarities and difference. present ideas or thought and negotiations within the group for best result. And the top step, the fourth one, create an innovation by choosing the concept that are blended. The creation should be new, outstanding, based on the given challenge. Okay, this one, we aim for that, okay. But for the activity today, at least we could practice to step 3, okay. Regarding the definition of integration, okay, is refer to blending knowledge from 2 or more body of knowledge and systematically way. It assists learner in learning about concepts in an integrated manner and responding to the need and interests of the learners. This one's people, when we thought about integration, we could thought about math too, right? When we find the area under the curve or something that we need to combine the area of each strip, right? So it's have the same root meaning. Okay. Integrative creation. It is the focus of learning management. Nowadays, we have like disruptive data, disruptive technology, where you could practice advanced thinking skills and applying knowledge of professional skill and soft skills to create innovation that could solve problems and support social development. Usually, when we come up with a research question, we tend to see the problem in the society first, and then we thought about that, any solution already available, and we thought about potential solution that have create sustainable result. A way to obtain such an outcome is learning management that integrate knowledge concept, giving you guys more opportunities to create new things, to unlock your creativity and answer the potential problem or potential question. Okay. Regarding the first step, right, I mentioned regarding the brainstorming, a little bit more detail in it is that it is the thinking tools to help us raise idea and thought and differentiating elements such as how was the external appearance of the subject matter, the shape, the color, the size, the working process, the properties, and the use of it. Okay. So these are example of questions that we could ask ourselves when I provide subject matter. Then you could think about this. What are the appearance, shape, color, size? Similar to Scamper method, right? It helps us to ask question and then we try to think about it and then we record our thought. Okay. Here it is, the question for you guys to practice today. Develop a unique rice cooker for the future. So the main item is the rice cooker. The baseline is that it need to be able to warm the rice, to cook the rice. Okay, that's the baseline. When you design, you still need to keep this function. Okay, and then the sub item is squid. Okay, or octopus. Okay, you blending character of a squid. Okay, but not just like directly blend. I suggest you guys to thought in all aspects regarding both rice cooker and the squid. What could be the properties or the use or something that you could integrate the idea to improve or to develop a unique rice cooker for the future. Okay. I suggest to work in a group of 7 to 10 people regarding the brainstorming first, and then there will be the individual design practice. Okay. Okay, and another point here is that if you use post-it brainstorm method, please color coded each member idea or indicate with ID, meaning that you could write down purple color is belong to me, your name or your student ID. Okay, so I could see that each of you contribute to the brainstorming process. Okay, I will have a sample regarding the post-it. Regarding the brainstorming, this one also on LEB2, it is a video on the Learn It session on the LEB2. Regarding brainstorming, please watch it later, around 11 minutes. Okay. First, we focus on expressing ideas. So we have the topic already, right? And the subtopic. We focus on expressing the ideas that come up to us related to them. Then do not evaluate ideas while brainstorming. Don't judge it. Oh, it's not a good idea or something. Just write down. Okay. Then focus on the amount of thought. Try to write it out as much as possible. Okay. And focus on creating ideas, like building, or this one is like start to maybe blend them, or you can see on how you could twist the idea or something. Okay, so that's some of the key elements of brainstorming technique. This is example of online post-it board, right? So the color belong to different person. Okay, for example, blue is belong to me, pink is belong to another person, but you could color code them and then inform it on the side or something. We could think about, these are example only. Okay, you could think about other topic, but we could also think about function of it, the external, how it look, appearance, the internal function, or how it look inside, even the materials. What are the materials? You could search it as well. Okay. Energy, for example, electricity or gas, right? The technology used in this, there are different type of rice cooker. Nowadays, there are many different technology. For example, there is a stopwatch, or not, yeah, similar to stopwatch on the rice cooker too. Fancy. For the squid gene, oh, I need to search. I don't know about that. External of it, how it look, function, internal could be the organ. Oh, there is a, for the squid, something inside. It's not skeleton, but like a, I don't know how to explain. It's similar to plastic piece, but not a plastic. Residence where it live. Or you could make a mind map. Like you could create the topic first and then do the mind mapping, such as swimming dynamic. Use pulsatile jet when it move, like whoop whoop whoop. Flipping the fin, right? Food, appearance. And then you could thought about other detail. These are example of like brainstorming regarding rice cooker. Okay. Color code should be different person, right? But I didn't indicate it here. Regarding the squid, right? We could thought about here, this and that and those. Okay. The second step is to identify, when we already brainstorm, right? We could identify what are similarities of those idea. Like, for example, you could tell that this is related to residence, this is related to function or its use. Okay. So here I suggest there are two ways or more than that, but at least in my mind, one, you identify the topic, like each of you identify the topic on the post-it, or you don't have to identify it at the beginning, but you need to organize it later on which category are them. Okay. For example, here, I organize the post-it into different categories such as ability, food recipe, texture, appearance, working principle, or living mechanism. Okay, this is an example of organize them into different categories. The third step, are these the introductory element of the composition, or are they intended to serve a functional purpose? This one is for discussion to arrive at decision. Okay, when you propose your idea and then you already categorize them, which one you're gonna use, right? So you wanna decide on the function of the rice cooker first, or you wanna decide the operating system, how it's gonna work, like by electricity only or what? And then what are the guiding principle of this rice cooker? For this activity will be individual work for this one. Okay, you are not required to like come into the final conclusion of your team, but you would brainstorm together, but each of you decide by yourself. Okay, for this one, here's example. You may pick post-it of related to rice cooker. You may pick post-it related to the squid, and then you may pick other post-it of related to rice cooker and combine into the detail. You may combine detail 1 and detail 2, is fine. Okay, and you could pick different idea from different people, right? So first of all, you brainstorm as a group. You could select different idea from different people to design the rice cooker and combine the properties or function or something from the squid. Okay, these are example of selecting the concept after brainstorming, and then you could make a conclusion. For example, I pick water is a medium for heat transfer between a pot and rice, and then I pick from the squid is that the heart pump blood to the gill where oxygen is take up, systematic heart pump to the rest of body. So I decided that rice cooker can connect with water source, ingredient source, and pump. After a person select the recipe, the rice cooker can start cooking. Okay, so there is like pump to feed the ingredients. Or like other example. So each of you will create this design individually. Okay, after brainstorm as a group, then you create this design. Okay, so this is the class activity assignment template. Okay, where you put the post-it that you select, give the credit of who create that idea, and you write a summarize of the function of your rice cooker and description of the selected idea. Okay, you provide a description. I encourage you guys to design based on the reality as well. For example, I saw the former students wrote that he or she will use squid to help cooking. So my suggestion or my feedback is that you could propose to use a robot arm similar to the squid what do you call it? Tentacle to cook. Okay, try not to propose that you're gonna use the squid to help you cook. Okay, so I want you guys to practice um, propose the idea that could be achievable. Okay. Regarding the rubric, okay, regarding expressing support idea or one own thought, I hope you guys could like practice present your idea and thought with clear description of concept to introduce new unique idea, and it could be the most stand out from others, or it could be general. Okay, I hope to let you guys practice on clear explanation. Okay, regarding your design product. Our class, the due date is today before 11 p.m. Okay, on LEB2. It's here, this one. Okay, regarding the summary, okay, I already talked about this. So to recap, regarding the activity today, the main item is to develop a unique rice cooker for the future, the main item. The sub-item blends the characteristic of squid. Okay, take characteristic from a squid to integrate adjusting shape, form, and design. But the original function of the rice cooker must remain. Example of how we integrate concept, right? So if there are two concepts and we combine them, how it's gonna look like? Or if we integrate them, how it's gonna be? Okay. When we integrate them, the subset that are closely related to one another, we could achieve perfection in the design that can be utilized. Let's see the example. Okay, for example, here, when we combine them, it could be the washing machine and we connect to the bike. We use the mechanical force to generate electricity to use with the washing machine. But once we integrate them, missing a slide. Okay. Once we integrate them, it's like we could paddle the bike and then the washing machine just work by our mechanical force. So we combine them together. Okay, I apologize. I doesn't have that photo here. Okay. Regarding example of complete integrative. Here, for example, we have a plastic fork with a toothpick together. Okay, or we have a chopstick with a fork. Or this example here, you may see lotus leaf in the like clay pot, big one. That lotus leaf, if we look closer with microscope, we could see that there are many tiny hair. Okay, with that structure, water could gliding around or moving around, okay, easily. Okay, so with that idea, the company Stowe Corp design the painting with some of that structure. Okay, so the idea is that the raindrop or water splash from dirt could move away quickly, so it doesn't dry on the wall and left the stain. So that's how they integrate the idea. Here is the sweater with the king penguin design. Okay, and here is the, what do you call, the helmet with the design of a skeleton head, like the brain skeleton of a dinosaur to protect the rider who wear it. So these are example of integrate idea. Okay. Here is the, I don't know what to call that, cloak, similar to Harry Potter, but with the face shield. They got the idea from the like crow. Here is the drone. They received the idea and inspiration from butterfly. Okay, you can see the wings. So here are the example of integrate idea. Okay. So that's all the slide for today. I will share with you guys in the live group. I also have example of Miro online board. Okay, let me pause here. I will share the screen. So you could see this Miro board. Okay, you could decide whether your team gonna use Miro board or Canva board. Okay. So here you put the name on different color. Okay, and then each of you brainstorming could be 3 to 4 ideas of each topic. Okay, for example, here they put it in columns. Okay, regarding rice cooker, and then they brainstorm regarding the squid. Okay. After that, you categorize them into different categories. For example, the design, the function, the fact, or it could be related to appearance, ability, texture, behavior. Okay. Another way is that you put the categories on the top for each of your idea. Okay, it's up to you guys on how you gonna categorize them. Then this is the individual work here for this activity. So each of you select the post-it or the idea that you already brainstormed to design the rice cooker. Okay. So here are example of the Miro board. I also have example of just the template of it. Okay. So here is the template. For the first part, brainstorming, each member brainstorm on the idea related to rice cooker, related to squid, and then you categorize them. Yeah, you copy the post-it and then put into different categories. Okay, this one I split here, like on the left is rice cooker and on the right is the squid. And this is the individual work part. Okay, each of you select the post-it and design your rice cooker. Okay. For example, you could write your name here and then each person brainstorm on the idea related to rice cooker and the squid. This team, they put hashtag and categorize each of their idea. Okay, so they don't have to categorize the idea later. After that, they use this idea to propose their individual work. For example, here, they select this idea and propose their individual design. Okay, these are another example of using online board. Okay, so here are the activity assigned for today class. Yeah, anyone have any question or would like to discuss anything related to the work?